In this video, I want to offer a little bit of insight into four mallet playing. This video is to supplement the 11 through 12 grade NCMEA mallet audition. If you already know how to play four mallets, you've already taught your students perhaps, if you're watching this as a teacher, then you do not need to watch this. But I hope this can help some of you that have not had exposure to multiple mallet playing. We're going to discuss two grips today, and this is again a simple overview to get you started. The first one is the Burton grip. Right? So you can see this moving. Let's go over how to do this. First, I would say make a peace sign, have your thumb out. This mallet's going to go in between those two fingers, and then your middle finger is going to go down the mallet. So wherever it is naturally, like where it feels comfortable. It doesn't have to be too high or too low. And then what you notice is there's a little eyelet here created by your middle finger holding the mallet. So I'm holding this mallet by the tip of my finger, by the way. This inside mallet goes through that eyelet, and then I put my fingers as such, thumb and index finger on the inside of this 90-degree angle. And then one thing to notice is with all of your four mallet grips, the outside mallet always remains still when you're changing intervals. Only the inside mallet does the shifting. So with the Burton grip, the thing I'd work on is you're going to push with your thumb, pull back with your back fingers, and extend your index finger. And you should roughly be able to go between 9 and I would say like 11:30. You can get to 12, but that's kind of hard to do. And so I would work on that. So you could start at a fifth, come down to a second, go to an octave, go to a second, go to an octave to work on those shifts. The next grip, again, these are quick overviews. These are not very detailed. The next grip we're going to talk about is Lee Howard Stevens' approach to playing four mallets. For most of you, you probably are aware of his book, Method of Movement. And I would urge you to go through pages, I believe it's 13 through 15, which talked about octave grip and shifting and such. But we're going to do a brief overview here. So Stevens' grip, I will start with kind of a Spock approach, if you will, for those of you aware. And we're going to start with the outside mallet. So if you can pull these two fingers back, your third and pinky, what I want you to first do is just grab the mallet. Don't let it touch your middle finger yet. So you should be able to hold this mallet, and it should be in the crease of your third finger, all right, in that fold of the knuckle. And you should be able to hold it, okay? Then I'm going to tuck this into my palm, and I'm going to have as much mallet length out here instead of back here. So I'm going to have the tip of the mallet into my palm. Biggest thing, and I hope this shows up on the video, is if you can see where my mallet is. So the mallet is really right behind this middle finger knuckle. It's locked in by the crease of this third finger, and then my pinky is firm back here, and it shouldn't move. So if you've ever had an issue where this happens, then probably what's happening is that you're holding the mallet too far back and there's not a lock. This is me gripping this as tight as I can. But if I lock it into that knuckle here, right behind that middle finger, and make sure that my pinky is firm, then that mallet should stay still. And just like we talked about with Burton grip, once that's done, this mallet is good. The next thing, similar to the Burton grip, is I'm going to pull my middle finger into my palm where that fits comfortably. And then I'm going to put the tip of the mallet with the tip of my middle finger. Should be able to hold this. My first teacher showed me you should be able to play guns there and hold that. And then you have the mallet is going to go on the last knuckle of the index finger and connect your thumb. So you put these all together and you should have this. All right, so hopefully you can see all this. With intervals, it's going to be inside mallet. The thing I would refer you to, the passage in the Method of Movement, I believe it's page 13 through 15, and it talks about this shifting process. This is not required of the etude, so I'm not going to discuss it right now, but if you can see the mallet, there's kind of two positions. You have roughly unison to fifth, and then once you go over a fifth, you're going to end up moving the mallet in what I call second position. where the tip of the mallet locks underneath the middle finger knuckle, and some people will call this the octave lock position to get in there. So that's something that you can work on, and anytime you're shifting intervals, that's going to look like a check mark. So you play, and when you shift, it looks like a check mark. So I hope these little bit of insight on 4 mallet playing helps, and enjoy playing these etudes.